There is a reason why you want to start over in 2021, and for many of us, it's kind of scary. However, I recall when I discovered this one secret to restarting that made it a lot easier and certainly not as scary. Many times when we talk about restarting or even resetting, we think we need to drop everything. And quite honestly, sometimes that is the right solution. Just drop it all, close the door, lock yourself in a room, and reevaluate everything that you're doing, what's working and what's not. However, it doesn't have to be that way. You can develop a daily routine of a sense of restarting, but you can have moments throughout the year. I talk about that in the other video, so check that out now or at the end of this video. But here, I want to talk about starting a routine of resetting your day that'll help your life and creative business be more successful. There's more than one way to reset, and there's more than one category to consider, such as your health, your economics, your family life, your friends, your career. There are many ways you can approach resetting, and sometimes it's just a matter of picking one of these things to get you moving in the right direction. It is true that many of the world's most successful people reset and restart their day every day with a routine. Why is it so important to do that? Well, quite simply, yesterday is gone, it's over with, and you shouldn't be carrying the baggage of yesterday, and tomorrow hasn't happened. So you need to reset and start your day in a positive, productive way that's going to point you in the right direction. And you need to select a few things, maybe some exercise or meditation or journaling or just working on the things each morning that you need to do that will make you feel that you're successful as you move out into the world. It is true that sometimes I just need to have a hard reset, close the door, lock myself in the room, and focus in on the things I need to examine, such as what is working and what is not, letting go of certain things and doubling down on what is working. And once I'm done with that, I move on with my day. Sometimes I take a half a day to get this done. Sometimes it's an hour. Sometimes it's a full day. And if it doesn't work out, I start again the next day. But the thing is, every day is the opportunity for a checkup or to start my day off right. And personally, I start off with a little exercise. And there are also some work things that I really don't like to do. So I start my day off with them, get them out of the way so I'm much freer. But I also like to journal and I like to plan. There are a number of things that I prefer to do to get my day off right. So what are those things for you? During those times that I have to engage in those hard resets, I also know I need to shift my mind a little bit. So I will listen to comedy or maybe watch funny YouTube videos or cat videos. No, I'm not gonna. Yeah, sometimes I do. And other times I like to listen to motivational speakers, people who I appreciate that get me moving, or other times maybe podcasts or YouTube videos about the things that I want to learn about that are part of the goals that I have set forth during those times that I've just let everything go and refocused in on what my priorities are. During your times of reflection, consider your goals and maybe consider changing some of your goals. There's nothing wrong with making adjustments. A lot of times we have old goals that we made years ago that aren't relevant to us today. So re-examine your daily goals and weekly goals and monthly goals. Sometimes things shift, your priorities shift. And you need to make new goals to put yourself in the right mindset and direction to achieve what really, honestly, you ultimately want. It is true that sometimes we have too many goals. We are focused on too many things. So I recommend you focus in on 3 goals, maybe for the year. And then each day is part of your daily routine or your reset routine. Focus on 3 activities that will help you lead toward those goals that ultimately you'll achieve maybe by the end of the year or the beginning of the next. There's this myth that you will achieve the goals that you've set out to achieve during this coming year. You set some goals on December 31st, and during that year, you'll achieve those goals. And that is not always the case. The fact is, a lot of times we're spending the year setting ourselves up for success by doing the things we need to do to make sure we accomplish that goal, which may actually happen in the next year or the following year or maybe even 5 years later. It doesn't matter so much when. Don't put a time limit on it, but do make sure you're doing the things you need to do every day as part of your routine. Sometimes it's just bad habits that keep us from resetting and doing what we need to do every day. So take some time to examine some of your habits. What are the things that you're regularly doing that are preventing you from achieving the things that you want to achieve and taking advantage of the opportunities that are probably laying right in front of you right now? I recommend that you develop the well-rounded day philosophy, and I'll talk more about that in the next video. But a well-rounded day encompasses all of the things that makes you feel like you had a day full of accomplishments. And sometimes it's 2 or 3 things, for others it's 5 or 6 things. For everyone, it's a little bit different. And a lot of times we try to get many of those things done as part of our morning reset, our morning routine. But we'll talk about that again in the next video. But I want to share this secret that I've been sharing throughout all these videos as it relates to restarting and resetting and beginning again. And it's simply this: you can start again tomorrow, and you can keep restarting. There's nothing wrong with that. Sometimes it's necessary to do some things. Do what you can today and realize that you need to make more adjustments the next day. But eventually, it'll get longer and longer periods of time between those points in which you need to reset, in which you need to restart. And these time periods will eventually become a month, and then 3 months and 6 months, and maybe even a year before you need to restart. Although I highly recommend you do have check-ins along the way. And when you discover that you need to make adjustments, you pivot, because you can reach these goals if you never give up. And that's what I encourage you to do. Never give up. I'll see you in the next video. If you're ready to create your unique success combination, download the guide in the description and watch the next video.